Now, buddy, I'm a little bit confused about this airplane right here. Where do the pilots sit? On the left or from the right? Well, who steers it? Everybody, yes, in today's video, let's talk about the time where Nazi Germany practically glued 2 bomber aircraft together. And why they did that. And also why this airplane miserably failed. And everybody, yes, it is true. This is the Heinkel HE-111, literally glued together with a middle wing and 5 engines. See, by the 1940s, the Nazi regime had very weird ideas of how to transport cargo around in the air. This right here is the Messerschmitt's Me-321. That's a very stupid name to pronounce here, the 321. Yes, they built over 200 of these over the course of the year from 1941 to 1942. And what it is literally an engine-less, you can see it doesn't have any engine, glider transport aircraft. You can see we have a cockpit that doesn't do much except of yoke, maybe. But we do have quite a large cargo bay area. This thing could carry quite a lot of tons. Problem is, we of course need to be carried aloft by another aircraft. See, interestingly enough, the idea of having a cargo transport sleigh, kind of like Santa Claus, is kind of coming back now with current ideas of transport towing. Alrighty, yes, Nazi Germany had the same ideas, and it was quite hard to get this airplane in the air. It is very big, very heavy, and so sometimes they would even strap 3 airplanes together to literally, like reindeer, carry this big guy. And obviously, this wasn't a very safe idea. And so the Germans were like, okay, we need a very powerful airplane. We need to make it really powerful. What can we do? Well, for a start, they had the Heinkel HE-111, and they went to them and said, guys, we need a plane very quickly. Luckily enough, the 111 was already built and already designed. Everything's good. All you needed to do is put a second cockpit here and, kind of design a middle wing with a central 5th propeller. And that's literally what they did. And it looks like this. Yes, only after 2 months of initiating the project, this airplane was first built. I mean, it's quite obvious. You've already had all the production in process. You only needed to make this middle wing and everything was perfect, good to go. So let's get back to the question of where the pilot sits. He actually sits on the starboard on the left side. Take a look. This is our interesting cockpit here. We have the gunmen, of course, here as well. This airplane had a crew of 7, and it's interesting. I don't think they would have talked to each other. So they would have like to use sign language from one fuselage to the other. Let's go ahead and actually finally fly. I reckon, especially now without, towing anything, this airplane should be insanely powerful, right? So let's test it here. St. Bartholomew. We also have a lot of wing surface, so we might be able to take off very quickly as well. All right, we've already messed up. Okay, that's not good. What is insanely hard is actually controlling all 5 engines. Here, I seem to be only to be able to control 3 of the 5, so we're gonna have to put full power on all of them right here. I don't want to know the fuel consumption. This airplane had a combined power of around 6,000. See, take a look at that power, 6,000 horsepower. Try again. All right, come on, take off now from St. Bartholomew. Now, interestingly enough, pilots who actually flew this airplane reported that it flew quite nicely. There you go, we can put the landing gear up. Despite it looking like it handled like a mess, which I feel like it handles very poorly, especially I'm going all the way into the roll and this airplane very slowly responds. And I get why. Take a look at the very small amount of control surfaces right here. I reckon they should have made them a little bit bigger because this airplane literally rolls not well. Anyway, elevator actually works relatively fine. It is quite a weird engines constellation, 5 engines at once. But there we go, we've taken off. Now to get back to the purpose of this airplane, yes, especially with 0 payload, the Heinkel could carry the Messerschmitt transport airplane quite well. So let's go ahead and release the brakes here. There we go. They're going full power and we're gonna follow right now. Come on. You can see, I mean, this glider airplane is insanely large. Like, it is really big, and you can tell that. We're running very slowly, and you can also tell... Whoops, nope, doesn't work as well as it should have. Yes, the glider transport airplane, especially for carrying bigger cargo, just was way too heavy for the Heinkel. I mean, right now, we were only carrying 5 tons right here. No, not nearly powerful enough. And this is actually the biggest reason why it failed the twin airplane. It just didn't turn out to be as powerful enough to carry the Me-321. All right, so maybe try to land this airplane. I mean, it's got a very wide landing gear. It's probably one of the more wider airplanes in the world. So it's kind of hard fitting on the runway, actually. You really do need good center line. Let's go ahead and do this. We've got our instruments here. This is okay. Put the flaps down all the way. Landing gear's also down. Flaps do go down quite a bit, which is probably great for a glider. Come on. I genuinely, oh geez, this flies so badly. All right. See, yes, once again, well, test pilots do say that it flew surprisingly well. I'm like kind of fighting against this plane. Oh my. Why is it rolling to the right? Start rolling to the left, please. All right. Oh, this flies as though we have no vertical stabilizer. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. I can't fly it for some reason. What is wrong? No. It is genuinely crazy. This, I can't. We've died. All right, so what I've done here now is I've done some experimenting and saw we're now very wide. I mean, why not? You can practically do this as like an endless loop of putting airplanes together, you know. I don't think that's bad at all. We tried taking off here. Oh, God. All right, perfect. Nice. Full power on all 5 engines. Yes, perfect. Problem is, the X-plane limit on engines is 9, so you couldn't actually power all engines because the flight simulator just didn't have that in mind. But there we go. We are actually flying, which is not bad. You know, it flies really poorly and we cannot fit the plane into the camera view. This, I mean, we are alive though. This is great. There's some texturing issues here as well. But there we go. That's not too bad. Why am I doing these videos? All right, and this flies just as poorly as the other one. I mean, yes, having these tiny control surfaces for this big of a wing just isn't that good of an idea, I feel like. Come on, I would like to try at least once a landing. So let's try to keep it like stable, this flight. All right, come on. Absolutely crazy. This is like a death trap of an airplane. Come on, try again, try to land. Come on, maybe if we go like really fast, like we try to go really fast without the flaps out, right? That gives us a bit better maneuverability. And it does. There we go. We are able to line up for the runway now. That's pretty good. All right. Yes, we've done a landing. We've actually done a landing despite the very not well reacting airplane. It is insane. Come on, stop quickly now. Yes, we've done this. We've been able to land the worst flying airplane I've ever flown. Oh, and it's also tail dragger. But what do you expect from the Nazi regime? So everybody, thank you very much for watching this interesting video, and also to Alpejo for making this out on aircraft. And so everybody, I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Gunskiller, R27, James Deram, that dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijitsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.